Hey, hey, hey. Hold on 1 second. Let me check something. Okay, never mind. What's up, peeps? Let's see. I'm going to wait a few minutes and see if I get anybody join me live. If you are live and you're catching me here, go ahead and say, hey, girl, hey. Let me know that you're out there so I can say, hey, girl, hey, back and say, happy Thursday. Happy Thursday. It's Lisa Stringer Bailey on a Thursday instead of our normal Monday. So let me go over here on the book. Let me check my cellular device to see if I'm live on the book. And I'm also streaming live over on YouTube. If you are not subscribed to my YouTube channel, which is Money Management Matters, please do so. The name is scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Let's see, look like I'm live. Yep, look like I am live on the book. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this out to my group and out to my business page, which is TripleM Money Management Matters. Why educate women on how to make more money, how to save more money, and how to protect the money, honey. And we are protecting our money with life insurance. Yes, life insurance is not just a death benefit anymore. It's also for living benefits. It's for several benefits. Okay. Hey Nicole, babe. Hey girl. Hey, how you doing today, girlfriend? Seem like I ain't talked to you in a few weeks. Ain't been able to catch some of your lives. How you been? Let me know, girl, how your summer's going. Okay, I'm gonna share that out to my group at Manage Your Money, ma'am. My group is a private Facebook group where I share more financial information, more financial tips, more ways to save, more ways to invest. I share other financial professionals' information. Today, I put a very good YouTube video on there uh, talking about investing. I'm getting really making investing one of my priorities now for my money, because it's such a lucrative way to make more money. Hold on 1 second. Make more money for our retirement, because I talk a lot about just saving more money, and saving more money in the stock market is a good way to go, though it is a little risky, but there's ways to circumvent some of that risk. So I'm learning that. So as I'm learning it, I'm sharing it, and I'm sharing it over in the private Facebook group, Manage Your Money, ma'am. So if you're not a part of that group and would like to be, I'll drop a link. You can join and answer the questions. You have to answer the questions or you're not going to get in. Okay. Nicole said, I've been doing great, just busy. Girl, I know that's right, honey. We are all so busy. But listen, don't just stay busy all summer working. I want you to get some self care time in, get you some downtime in, honey. You saw I was at the beach early this summer, honey. I went ahead and got mine in because I knew this summer was going to be kind of busy for my business as well and for the investment firm, honey. When I got back from my vacation, investment firm had me on chokehold, honey. I was tired, and today was a little rough day as well. So, okay, so I am live over on YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and share my YouTube video out as well. So today I just really wanted to come in here and talk about excuses. Today I normally, um, today on Thursdays, normally in my business, so for my social media, I like to think about it Thursday. It's the time to think about your finances, to think about where you are in your finances, to think about, where you are in your financial goals, to think about, what have you spent this month, this week, have you overspent? What can you do to get back on track if you're off track? Who do you need to follow up with if you've made some commitments? and things like that. Self-care is important, Nicole. Absolutely. So think about it. Thursday over here at Triple M is just a time to think about, to reflect on what you've been through so far for the week. Think about what you're going to do this weekend. Yeah, no. If tomorrow's payday for you, think about, are you making a date with your money? Are you telling your money where to go? Or is your money just going wherever? Yeah, no. That's what Think About It Thursday is all about. But today, I wanted to talk about excuses. Now, earlier this week, I want to think it was Tuesday, and I'm going to go to the post now. I made a post because I hear a lot of excuses. I do. I hear in my profession as a life insurance professional, or just as someone who's trying to give advice and trying to serve and trying to tell people the right thing to do with their money. I hear a lot of excuses as to why, they're not doing the right thing, as to why they don't have life insurance, as to why, you know, they are living paycheck to paycheck, or why they have mounds of debt, or why they don't have a second stream of income, things like that. Just a lot of excuses. So I said, well, I'm gonna make a post because I had got to my little wits end, honey, because it's one of them things, those things that just irritate you, one of those things that irritate you, and then at certain point it just you just kind of blow your stack. So that was that day, because I want to share with y'all the conversation that I had. And this conversation is not it's not uncommon. It's most of the excuses I hear are excuses that I've heard before, and it's just ridiculous. Now, here was my post. If y'all did not see it, if y'all not following me, if y'all catch me from the first time, honey, follow me on Facebook at Lisa Stringer Bailey. That's the page I'm on now, and follow my business page at TripleM Money Management Matters. Okay. So on my personal page, I made this post. Stop with the excuses, okay? Why you can't get life insurance. It's irresponsible. It's irresponsible, okay? And so I said that because the conversation that I had just had with a client was, we've been talking for weeks. This is a client I have been talking to for weeks. She's a single mother. She's a single mother. So I have a heart for single mothers because I know most of the time it's just them and their children, right? And so a lot of times they're not thinking about the what ifs of life. They're not thinking about what if something happens to her. They're not thinking about what if she gets sick, what's going to happen to her children. She's not thinking about if all of a sudden she passes away, uh, who's going to take care of her children, or is her children going to be taken care of? Where's the resources coming from? So those are the kind of questions that I ask, when this is when I'm having a conversation with someone about their money or about life insurance. So I've been talking to this lady. I know she don't have any life insurance. She's actually up in age, so she's retired, and that's another issue. A lot of times we wait until the last minute. We wait till we in our 50s. We wait till we in our 60s. We wait till we're retired when we really get to the age. Hey, Miss Rose, thank you for joining. We wait to the age where we're getting closer to the end of life, and then we start thinking about life insurance. Well, that's the wrong time to start thinking about life insurance. We really need to think about it in our younger years, in our 20s, in our 30s, when the life insurance is much cheaper, it's more affordable, and you can get more insurance for the money, right? And you are healthier. You're healthier because with life insurance, the life insurance industry looks at your health as a part of their underwriting, as whether they will approve you for a policy or not, right? So in your younger years, you are healthier. Hey, Miss Kathy, how you doing tonight, girlfriend? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Hey, Miss Lakeisha Sarah, how you doing this evening, ma'am? Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So I'm just on here talking about the excuses that I hear for not having life insurance. Okay, Rose said the importance of getting insurance for your loved ones before they turn 60. Yeah, because at that age, at 50 and above, life insurance premiums pretty much double, if not triple, in cost. Thank you, Miss Kathy, for sharing. I appreciate you, dear. So that's one of the main factors I try to educate on is the cost of life insurance at a certain age. When we get to our mature age, when we get to our senior years, it's more expensive. Okay, so back to the example of the single mother. She has one child. She has one child. She's in her 60s or late 50s. Let's say late 50s. I can't remember for sure. And she does not have life insurance. So I've told her this is so very important. You have got to get something in place because this is Think About It Thursday. Think about it. If you only have one child, you're a single mother, you don't have a spouse, you don't have a significant other, you don't have a partner, your parents are probably, of course, are older if they are still living. Um, they may be able to help, but probably not. How is that child, your only child, that's your next of kin, because you're not married, how are they going to take care of your funeral or burial arrangements if something happens to you, if you pass away unexpectedly? It's a legitimate question. A lot of us make the excuse where they think we got time. They think it got time. What happens at 60? We're talking about life insurance and the cost of life insurance. Any age is as the older you get, the more expensive the life insurance gets. So it's not just something that happens at 60. So don't confuse that. It's as you get older. Okay, so we was comparing like from age 30 to 60. The better time to get the life insurance is when you're 30 because it's cheaper, it's less expensive, you can get more insurance for your money, and you're in better health. Preferably you're in better health at 30 than you may be at 60. That makes sense. Okay, yeah. So the example that I'm giving is the single mother who may have to depend on her child to take care of her end of life final expenses if she passes away. So that's the simple question I asked. Why would you want your child to have to come up with money to take care of your final expenses? You know, when especially if your child may not be financially able to do it themselves at this point, then they're probably not going to be able to do it in a future time. um, the average cost of a funeral right now in the state of Georgia is about $10,000. Okay, and it varies all over the world, all over the states. But my last research was anywhere from $8,000 to $12,000, and that's just for a basic funeral. That's not any shiny casket or a whole bunch of flowers or the extras that the dove flying away or the trumpet playing or it that don't include none of that. It's just a basic funeral, and sometimes even with a cremation it can cost anywhere from $5,000 to $8,000. So it just depends on where you go. So my question to her was, do your child have $8,000 that they can just come up with for your burial arrangements? And I'm talking about basics. So she was like, no, I would never. I don't want to put a burden or stress on my child. I understand. So I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't either. So why don't you have life insurance? Oh, that's what the excuses come out. Oh, well, I'm retired now. I'm on a fixed income. I can't afford it. I got this. I got that. I got to get new. A whole bunch of excuses, right? So that's why I say, you know what? We as a people, as individuals, as mothers, as women, as caregivers, as head of household, or even as a wife, we have got to take the step. We got to step up to the plate and say, I've got to take care of my family. I've got to make sure that I'm covered, my children's covered, my husband's covered, my partner's covered, because we just never know what's going to happen. Listen, I hear about the stories every day. Y'all hear about the stories on the news or in your surrounding area every day about somebody that passes away with no life insurance or just passes away. Young people, this morning, one of my friends on social media reached out and said her son had drowned, her grandson, young. It's the summertime. This is an opportune time that a lot of our children, our young people, get into accidents, get into water, and they drown. Unfortunate, but it's true. So these are the type of things that we have to really think about and then wonder, do I have something in place to take care of this circumstance if it happens? So that was the reason why I made the post. Now, I want to just go through some of the comments, which I thought was some very good feedback that I got from this post. It was absolutely amazing what some people said. Now, here's go one that says having life insurance is a top priority. Okay. That's the other thing with my financial coaching. When I talk to people about their finances, I'd be like, fine, life insurance should be a top priority. It should be right up there with car insurance, with house insurance, with your cell phone insurance. If you get insurance on your cell phone, with health insurance, we get health insurance. So we go to the doctor, we ain't got to pay full price. Even with health insurance, you don't even get most people don't even get the full benefit of health insurance. We still got to pay a deductible, or we got to pay what they call a copay, right? But we still get that health insurance. And I think a few years ago, they made that illegal. If you didn't have health insurance, it was illegal, or you get some kind of mark on your taxes or something. So that's how much weight they put on all insurances except life insurance. The most valuable assets that we have is our life, I think. So this comment said, I don't ever want myself or my kids to be put in the situation. It's already a stressful time, so it's worth the sacrifice. Exactly. As a financial coach, I listen and I look at people's finances and I show them where they can sacrifice some things. Where have you put in your money? This particular example I was just talking about, the single mother with one child, she spends money on expensive perfumes. So y'all know how much a bottle of perfume is up in Macy's or something. It could be anywhere from $80 to $100 for the name brand perfume. And I know she does it because she told me and because I know her, right? So if you can pay $80 for a bottle of perfume, you should be darn well able to pay $80 for a life insurance policy. Just saying. So, very much true on that comment. Then someone said education, okay, about insurance would be good. I totally agree, because that's why now for the past, I've been a life insurance agent for 5-6 years. And out of those 6 years, 3 of them, I know I've been on social media, on Facebook Live, on YouTube, talking about educating people about different types of life insurance. What kind do you have? What kind do you need? The benefits, the pros, the cons, all that. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, go back to my YouTube channel. It's 2-3 years worth of videos out there about life insurance in the education. She says the history of insurance companies, which is true, especially life insurance, isn't always seen as good. Exactly. So I've said that in the past. we as a culture, as an African American culture, we don't really know a lot about the different types of insurance. I remember growing up in my grandmother's home, the insurance man used to come by her house every month to get an insurance premium. Right? Anybody else remember that? When the insurance man, the old white man, would come by your house and pick up $10, $15 for the insurance premium? Well, little did I know, now that I'm educated on it, that was just a term policy. It was probably just a term policy, which probably only lasted 10 or 20 years. And after 10 or 20 years, that insurance policy is over. It's over. It's done with. And what they will do, here's a little education for you. If you got a term policy, at the end of that term, it's you have no more insurance. They will probably send you a letter. Well, they will send you a letter, and they will let you know that this term policy is getting ready to cease. And if you would like to continue with this insurance policy, it can cost you this amount of money to continue a term, which is normally going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 times more. Or you can get into a whole life policy, and they explain to you that the whole life will carry you through the rest of your life. And it's going to be about 10 times, if not 15 times more than what you've already been paying. Right? So that's a little education. So this comment was about education. Is so true. We don't understand life insurance, so we don't get it. But I'm educating you now that if you don't understand it, it's no shame in saying, I don't understand the policy that I have. And I offer that as well. If you already have a policy, you want me to take a look at it, I'm glad to take a look at it free of charge. I don't charge for that. I'll look at it. I'll let you know what it said. I read the fine print. I'll let you know how long it lasts, if it's paid up, if it's done finished, if it's a term, if it's a whole, whatever it is. Okay. That's a good point about that education. So another one said, Lisa, GoFundMe is the new life insurance. Now that's a shame that someone would say a GoFundMe is a new life insurance. It is not. It is not. I, for one, this is just me personally, I would be ashamed to have to go to a GoFundMe account to raise money to, for my loved one's burial. Now, another reason, let me just throw this in here, that I am so passionate about this, and I feel like it's my ministry from God, is because I have been in that situation. Thank God I didn't have to do the GoFundMe, but I was in a situation where people in my family passed away without any life insurance, So I did have to borrow money to take care of the situation, to take care of their final needs, their final expenses. So, and from that point on, that's when I prayed about it and I asked God, why is it that we don't know about life insurance? Why is it that I did not know that my father or my mother did not have life insurance, right? Because another reason, we don't like to talk about it. We don't like to talk about it. Don't nobody want to talk about death. Don't nobody want to think about death. But the reality is, if you are a Christian, if you believe in God, Jesus, and the Holy Spirit, He done already told us we're not going to live forever. Okay, not here on earth. We'll live forever, hopefully, prayerfully with Him, but not here on earth. We all are going to die. And it's up to us while we living to make sure that we're prepared for it, to make sure that our families that we are leaving behind is cared for financially. Okay. So it's a few more comments on here, but if you did not catch it, go back on my timeline and take a look at it, because it's some interesting comments on here. But I just wanted to speak to it real briefly about these excuses, honey. We got to be done with the excuses, because with the excuses, we are missing out. I truly believe on being prepared. We're missing out on our blessings. God does not want us to live unprepared. He don't want us to come home and then leave our families in distress. So in the description of this video, I did give a Bible reference, and just read that at your leisure. I think I put it in as let me see, and I forgot what the Bible verse were myself. Luke 14, Luke 14, 16 through 24. Luke 14, and it talks about the great invitation, the great invitation to the supper. Y'all go back and read that. It's a Bible story that Jesus was using as an example of people making excuses. And when they make excuses, they miss out. They miss out on some things. They miss out on blessings, right? Uh, I feel like when you make an excuse about your finances, about your money, about why you're not doing the things you should be doing, why you don't have in place the things you should have in place, like life insurance, that you're missing out on financial blessings because it's an order to things. It's the way God wants us to live. In the Bible, it says, leaving an inheritance for your children's children. And that's where I believe insurance can come in. You can leave insurance as an inheritance to your children and for their children. And then not only leave it, but leave the education, leave the knowledge. When you do open a life insurance policy, tell people about it. Okay. Tell them what you got going on. And then when you get to the point that you can't pay it, if that be the case, tell people that you can't pay it. If you don't pay nothing else, make sure you keep that life insurance paid, because it has got to be up to date and paid monthly, just like any other monthly bill that you have. It should be one of the most important bills that you have, top priority, as what one of the comments said. So let's just make a commitment or to ourselves to stop making excuses. Stop making excuses and make it a priority to our family, to not for ourselves, for our family, for our children. We all love our children. We all want the best for our children, right? So I feel like making sure that they are taken care of just in case something happens to you is the best love that you can give them. It's the best love that you can give them. Okay, so that's all I wanted to share with you all tonight. I appreciate everyone that joined me live. If you catch this on the replay, honey, go ahead and hit that hashtag replay. Let me know you rolled through so I can say thank you and appreciate you for stopping by. Listen, if y'all need to talk to me about your life insurance, about your finances, about making more money, about saving more money, how to invest your money, honey, get on my calendar. I put the link in the description. Let's chat. Let's see how I can help you. Let's see how I can get your life insurance as a priority. And another thing, if you have, let's say your mother or father, and I talked about this during Mother's Day, make sure that your parents are covered in a life insurance policy, because I also sell final expense policies. Now, final expense policy is just a policy that you use specifically for the final expenses, for the funeral home, for the casket, for those type of things, the burial ground. There's so many expenses involved with a funeral that a lot of people don't even know. And at the time of death is not the time that you want to be worrying about it either. You want to go ahead and have it taken care of before time. So I help you with that. I can help you with that as well. So if your parents, if your auntie and them, or someone that's a senior that does not have a policy, or you don't know, ask them, connect me with them. Let me get them. Let me talk to them and see if they are covered. Okay. So that's all I got. That's all I got. That's all I got. I pray you all have a wonderful rest of your Thursday evening. Get ready to end this week with a bang. On tomorrow is Friday. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. So happy for the weekend. Oh, and it's 4th of July weekend too, honey. Look, let me tell y'all something. 4th of July weekend done snuck up on me, because I didn't even realize this weekend was 4th of July weekend. Until I think I was calling somewhere trying to make an appointment, and they was like, "Oh, we closed Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday." I said, "Why? 4th of July, honey." I said, "Oh my goodness." So happy 4th of July weekend. If you're traveling this weekend, honey, I pray safe travels to you, honey. But I'll be back in here yakking and chatting with y'all over the weekend, because I don't have no plans. So I'm gonna be up in here messing with y'all. But I think Saturday I got an event to go to. So Y'all know sometimes on Saturday morning I'll jump on live and we'll talk while I'm driving to my event. So that's probably what I do. Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, thank you, thank you, girl. All right. So I will chat with you guys later. You all have a wonderful evening. And thank you so much for joining and chatting with me in the chat. Good night, Nicole. Let's see what Nicole say. Same here, it's just on Saturday. Okay, honey. Just on Saturday. All right, girl. We'll talk later. Good night.